Hey there, and welcome back to the Train of Thought, an educational monster train series where we fight the divinity in every run. So I've been doing something kind of fun lately, and something that I've enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. I have been commissioning art for my I don't want to say it's my D&D campaigns, but it is. It's really for my personal world building around which I am shaping a D&D campaign is the way I will describe it. It's all personal stuff. This is not going to be like publicly available or anything, but it's something I've been doing in my spare time, enjoying it a lot. There's a very cool set of stories I kind of want to tell, and I have found that recently I just kind of set up a budget and said, all right, let's do this. Let's see what we can do within reason. Let's not go crazy, and let's see how much we can get done. And it's looking like I should be able to get, running the math real quick in my head, I think 9 to 10 commissions out of the budget that I set, which is very interesting and exciting. They won't see it in the current campaign. It's something for later on, maybe the next one that I'm working on. And regardless of kind of the setting that they end up choosing to have the campaign in, I can plop in this bit that I'm working on. It's very cool. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Really, what I wanted to talk about, though, not necessarily the stuff I'm doing for my campaigns, but for the art itself. It's been very interesting learning the lingo, the best practices, things like that. And I have a tendency as a person to hyperfixate. This is a very normal thing for neurospicy folks to do, like myself. But the idea is that I basically said I'm doing this, and then I went whole hog on it and have just completely devoted myself to getting it right and treating people well. And then most importantly, though, is like what are the price ranges for everything, depending on what you're looking for, and like their background and all sorts of things. Because when you commission this kind of thing, you have to remember this is what they call a luxury item. So you don't need art to live, but also this is a very opportune time for me as a person to kind of be contributing to this because and I've had people bring up strong opinions to me before, even on my Discord server. So I don't want to start anything in the comments here, but I have very strong opinions against using AI for art. And the reason is largely just because of kind of one of consent, right? The training groupings for all of these tools, such as like stable diffusion and things like that, did not involve consent of the artists who produced the original image. And I take issue with that. I have strong opinions about other parts of it too. Suffice to say, I'm very happy to pay artists for real art. And I think that that is something that I wish honestly happened more often. I think it's one of the unique qualities of the human existence that we can produce creative endeavors, right? It's one thing that I think separates a person from a like an animal. It's not intelligence, okay? At least for me, it is the capacity for creativity. And this is a little bit philosophical. I'm not going to spend any more time on it, but anyway, I'm happy to support it. So I've been really digging into the art scene lately, and having a lot of fun with it. I've met some really cool people, commissioned from some great folks, and I'm looking forward. I've already seen some kind of like sketches of the pieces. I'm very excited about it. So I guess the question for you all will then be: have any of you ever commissioned art? It's kind of a cool idea, huh? Anyway, anyway, let's talk Monster Train. What do we do? Last time it was a Primordium run. This was a very satisfying run where we ended up going with Apex Imp, but I really don't want I don't want to focus on Apex Imp. I don't think he was the critical part. In fact, I think Railbeater was a much more critical component than Apex Imp. I could have won with either of them. Apex Imp, I think, just kind of started you a little bit stronger, which is nice. It's kind of like intrinsic ritual of battle or something like that. You know, you just kind of auto get some value. But beyond that, it was really a one-horn's tome run, is really what it came down to. It was just hit bunches of times. And obviously with Superfood 3 and an intrinsic Prismal Dust with double stack that happened to be complemented by improved Firebox. I almost forgot the name of the relic, but improved Firebox for a truly ridiculous opener on that. Just awesome. Very powerful, very commanding victories all around. So, good stuff. And oh boy, now we get to move on to Fade. Cool. I'm looking forward to this. This has been a good little series of champions to play. I always feel very confident on the Primordium and the Fade lines, and I just find them fun, right? They play differently enough that they're always a pleasure to run into in the rotation. At least for me. I genuinely enjoy them. It's also the reason I like Chief, because once your champion is strong enough that it's driving a majority of your run feels unique compared to when you're playing with all 11 other champions. Oftentimes what happens in a run is that most of the units kind of suck, or most of the champions are mid, and so you're like, alright, whatever, I used it a little, I threw it away. And then you play a normal run of, like, I don't know, 3 sirens on a floor or something. Something you've done a million times before. And those feel very samey. Whereas you're playing with a champion that's kind of whack. You get something whack coming out of it. Anyway, that's enough jabbering on my part. Let's go ahead and get in on it. So as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's play some Monster Train. Show me what you got, little Fade. I don't really have any requests, Monster Train. I think this is just a, I don't know, I'll play some game of whatever they got. Whatever you got for me, it's fine. Alright, hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing okay. Doing well. Playing some Monster Train, rocking out to music, having a good day of it. I have definitely needed to take breaks between each of my recordings today in order to make sure that I'm able to stay on top of it. My brain is way too wired. I'm thinking a million miles a second, and I have to slow down for Monster Train to make sure I don't, 1, miss describing something important, but 2, completely whiff on important plays and throw a run, especially on Train of Thought where I actually care about my win streak. So, let's not lose, is what I need to say. Alright, today we are Exile Melting, Exile Wurmkin. It's very good, we have pings, I love it, cool. We're facing Dazed Talos, Curse Arcus, and Patient Seraph. We have Molten Encasement, Echo Infusion, and Engulfed in Smoke. An extremely strong double stealth opener, very rare. It's kind of odd. We could certainly do something like Eternal Flame on a lower floor, top floor, getting stealth somehow, and then eventually you slot in Fade at the end. Echo Infusion is also just very nice. It's an interesting run. I could see this going a lot of directions. Depends a lot on what Fade shows me, but also everything else, right? Because we could certainly make Spike's Fade work here, too. We have Echo Infusion in the opener, and we can reform her, so very doable. We'll see, we'll see. Temples today are 2, 3, 5, 8. 4 temples, okay. Dupe on 8 is Magic Side, nothing special. Trinket Shop on 7 kind of sucks. Just got a cave. No money in the middle, boo. We have a much better Steel Shop with Vortex over there on that side. Cool. Random dupe on 6 with some health and money, sure. And then it competes with, it competes with a ridiculously good Magic Shop that has removals and a cave. So for sure the Magic Shop, unless this dupe is critical. Both Steel and Magic on 5. Magic is winning, but note that none of these have a removal set, so they're kind of whatever. You've got a Horde on Magic side and a Cave on Steel side, so fair enough. Another random dupe on 4. Much better Steel Shop side here with a Remnant Banner. Sure. Double Magics early. Forced Remnant Banner on 2. Forced, well, not forced, but present Wurmkin Banner on 3. Does this tell me anything? I don't think this really... So this is a great example of a run where I review everything, and I don't feel like I'm shown any real direction here. This is not like it's a guaranteed Remnant run or something. You see one up front, but okay, you have a Magic Shop before Daedalus, or Talos at least, so that's fine. You've got some options. There could be... It all depends a lot on my first 2 ring drafts as well. We've got another Remnant Banner, so Wurmkin's probably not the angle, but you can never really tell. Let's Fade. Let's look at the Forge first. Okay, we have Firelight and Little Icarus. I think Firelight is considerably stronger in a vacuum. Having Echo Infusions definitely props up Icarus a bit, but It's such a tough call. Icarus is not great on the patient, but certainly if you're strong enough, you're strong enough. I think Firelight's better in the whole, and it works well with the fact that I'm sometimes seeing Remnant or Wurmkin banners, because Spike's Fate is going to struggle on patient, for sure, whereas Firelight won't. But most importantly, Spike's Fate requires a secondary line for patient, and Remnant here is not a great secondary line for Spike's Fate, kind of in a vacuum, whereas Remnant is an excellent complement to Firelight, so I think Firelight is the slam here. I also think that people in general will almost always pick Firelight over Icarus in general, just because I think Icarus is kind of like the infector of Little Fade. Still very strong, but, you know, it's not the strongest path. And it's still very strong, but it's also the weakest path. So I'm going to go with Firelight here. I think it's a little bit of a safer choice. Okay, well, I'm going to play Firelight with Advanced Prototype, and you can't stop me. Cool. I actually value that over the Corusca, which I realize I have Echo Infusions. Look, I wanted that, but let me tell you how good this is. What? Train Stewards, and I can reform them, and I can put Fade with them? I mean, you gotta understand, that's like I have a winning line right now. Literally right now, I have a winning line. I can win this run with Little Fade on 3, and then just a bunch of stealth and hyped up Train Stewards. It wins, and if I see Hallowed Halls, it pops off. So I could say confidently that I win before Ring 1 even starts. Wild. Now, I'm going to play it chill. I don't think I need this Horde for anything. We just move on. This is Fade. I don't have to go to 200 or something crazy. I have pings. I can take money here. I think this does damage to me. Unless I hit a Train Steward on turn 1. Alright, never mind. Game is free. Incredible work. Game is nuts, as it turns out. I'm going to ping once up here to stop this damage. And I let this sit. I don't want to put the Molten Encasement in. I could put the Molten Encasement in, but there's no reason to. Nice. Alright, reform. We get Little Fade back. Excellent work. Go team. I'm going to go ahead and drop in other Train Steward. We do, of course... I could have... Yeah, I could have gotten the Collector here. Now that I'm looking at it, I totally could have. You have to let Fade burn out, and it's front to back, so you have to do Fade in the middle, new Train Steward in front. Now, we do, of course, burn a lot of Train Steward stats, so that does make the endgame riskier here, but that's okay, I think. Yeah, I actually kind of... I don't know, this is a safer play. I'm not mad. I get the Mark of Invasion, so it's kind of whatever, right? Like, that's okay. I think I self-ping here so that she dies, and then we take the Echo Infusions here. Incredible. The self-pings are an excellent addition, by the way. We get double here. Ah, yes, Fade upstairs. Amazing work. And then we go extra Train Steward. We'll play it downstairs. Shoot one guy. Good job. Now, I do think I need to kind of ping this out. Yeah, I ping this out, which guarantees we win Relentless now. Cool. Oh, yeah, whatever. Here's some stealth. There you go, champ. Alright, easy. Okay, we lose the Collector. I could have gotten the Collector. I probably would have been fine. I think I would have been fine. Now, I'm going to just take Molded because a guaranteed reform is a great addition to this deck. So I'm like 50 gold lower than I should be, which is a bummer. Let me be clear. Purple Bounding Echoes is probably right. Make other things purple. I haven't decided if I need purple yet, but Echo Infusion's at least present. Sure. Okay. I guess I'll look at a steel shop. Remember, we can just jam random garbage in here, and our train stewards are winning. So there's that. Certainly, I could do something stupid like take Tycoon here and put Tycoon in a train steward, as dumb as that sounds. It does sound kinda dumb, but I certainly wouldn't be mad about it. Alternatively, I wish Thug gave the full 20 gold. There's like no reason they should nerf the infusion on Thug. What are you doing, y'all? I really love this train steward line because advanced prototype makes them so durable and extremely heavy hitting with no upgrades required. You gotta understand, this thing is basically better Horned Warrior right now. Each one of these with no upgrades is superior Horned Warrior, and they also have essentially the Damage Shield 3 upgrade. The only downside to these cards is that they have no banner draw. They are not draw priority. So I need to have a density of them. It's not enough to have a couple that I jam on my floor. I need to leave all of them in. Crazy. I'm going to take the Tycoon because I do think I want something on draw priority. Plus 30, 10 in piercing. I don't think we invest in this yet. I could re-roll this. I mean, a plus 25 is pretty good on here. If I re-roll, I can afford a 115. Let's re-roll. Endless Stealth Friends. That's gotta be correct, right? It beats Patient, even though I have Damage Shield already. I mean, it super beats Patient. We take space. So a line that already wins right now is you self-infuse Molten Encasement. We give it that Endless. Fade in front. Yeah, fade in front. Now this is going to be annoying because it means the Endless Encasement's going to, 1, gain burnout, but 2, gain stats. So, you know, a little bit annoying, but the waves are strong enough it should be okay. And then 4 hits in the back. I mean, with the Train Stewards, that is already winning as long as I actually can draw in them. I have to take space at some point. So I do think the Endless Stealth Tomb is the correct choice here. I don't get any of the other upgrades, and I'm not really that mad about it. I don't think I need the self-infuse right in this instant. In fact, I am leaning away from infusing until like ring 5. It's enough stealth to win as is. I honestly don't even need to infuse the Train Stewards, but I do kind of think putting Moneymaker in it is a good call. Especially doing this early. I can get away without doing this for now. I can do it on like ring 3 or something maybe. I'm considering if I need to prepare or want to do an X5, because if I did fully upgrade a Train Steward and then X5 it, that'd be a big density problem. Like, I'd draw them for sure, but the problem is I'd have like 9 of them, which is not what you want. I think we continue to chill here and just move on. Yes, I think so. I'll click the unit draft. I think it's safe enough, and we'll see what we get. Okay, this is going to be... I could do Fade Tycoon, shoot 1, and then it's 23 that comes in, and we actually kill 2. Interesting. Now you have to, of course, shoot one of these guys. Important. Put some echoes upstairs. I don't hate this. That was, by the way, a lot of primitive molds that I hit there. So now, fortunately, we do get a top floor pretty well set up. So let's drop Fade in upstairs, put in a Train Steward. I do lose the Collector again, but I think that this is the right choice. We'll also gain a bunch of cash downstairs from things dying, so I'm not upset about it. Right? That's kind of an important detail. I need Fade back. She needs to get shot. Good call. Now, I don't get money here. A bit of a bummer. I chose to reform Fade so that I wouldn't lose the Train Steward. I'll stop him at his damage, I guess, but... it is what it is. I don't want to play that other friend. Okay. Reform again, see what we hit. It's Fade, okay, that's good. I mean, it's as simple as you drop Fade, you play other Train Steward. We shoot the guy in the front downstairs, and we take some health upstairs. And... right. This is a great example where I think self-pinging Fade wins this. Yeah. This is strange because I need Fade to die in 1 so my guy in back wins. And they do 13, I have 12 here, so we do take it here, thanks to the guy in back. Okay. Would like a burnout extender here, something like a Hallow Drippings, or, you know, just a Draft Infusion seems incredible. What's Memento Mori doing here? Ugh, no burnout extenders. Okay. Echo Transfer is a good payout for my purples. I know. Look, I know. There was a Corusca. I skipped Carving Corusca is probably the name of this episode already. But let me tell you how good this prototype is. You want to play it safe? This run is unlosable if you know how to play Fade. From this position, I won from Ring 1 just because of this advanced prototype. So, you know, keep that in mind. We'll take the transfer. It's fine. Kinhos Carapace, Lady of the Reformed. Do I need Lady of the Reformed? I don't know if I need her. I would have the problem with her. Well, I could take her and give her a Draft Infusion. That's kind of sick. Then she actually takes... Okay, all right, you got me. No, she's good. Yeah, she's good. Okay, fine. Changed my mind. So now, Magic Shop, I have like no money. So this is very low value. I don't need the Wurmkin banner. I have all the tools I need. Let's go look at a Horde, honestly. Exploding Candle, it's better than Infused Mallet. You put the two of them next to each other and you wonder what happened. We're going to go ahead and do the draft right away. This is a multi-hit that I think is super worth it. This now enables the whole floor to cruise. And it's a banner unit, which is good. Honestly, I love that for me. Cool. Intrinsic plus 30. I don't know. What do I need any of these things for? I don't think I need them. Try to stay low on shards for a while. Purge a card, gain a card? Sure, buddy, sure. What do you purge? I could sell Tycoon. I kind of feel like it's a bit of a bummer to sell him already, you know? It's a little early, I feel like. So what am I imagining for this run, then? That's the real question you need to be thinking about. I'm imagining, now that I saw a multi-strike in the form of Draft Infusion, Lady is at least as good as Train Steward and has draw priority. So the big advantage here is I can cut a Train Steward and be okay. And then we stick like Train Steward in the back. I'm going to purge a Train Steward here. It could have been the Tycoon, but I'm not like keen on that. We'll take Rare Melting. Could be anything good. It's a Devourer of Death. It could have been Hallowed Halls or Endless or a whole bunch of other cool stuff that synergized with my run, but I don't... Well... I could put it in Molten Encasement. That is probably enough stealth already. Where are my infusions? Ring 5? He clears backlines pretty decently. I took him. That's actually pretty decent now that I've given it the time of day. We need to chill on a lot of mechanics here. Let's go ahead and move on. 25 shards is about as high as I think I can be here. We just need to play it safe. We just need to play it safe. That's it. Now, this is a great example of a floor where I can set up on bottom and we can just make a ton of cash. I could play Fate on this floor and let the floor burn out a little bit and then reform her. Might as well, frankly, right? It's more money and it's just good. Cool. Reform. We need to plan around winning the run. Honestly, great bottom floor. Everything dies and then we make a bunch of cash. We drop Fade, Draft Lady, give her health. and Talos attacks it, and that's pretty decent. Okay, that I think is good. Okay, cool. I need to primitive mold to see what we hit here. Honestly, Train Steward up top is excellent because I can play it, and then you go, oh no, but then I self-ping the lady, and we're cruising. Right, this is good enough for me. That's my win con floor. It's doing enough damage to kill at least one guy. I'm going to drop in a Train Steward here. It doesn't really do anything, but it's fine. Get rid of the guy. I'm going to reform here, see what we hit. We get Tycoon, which is cool. I go downstairs, drop that. We actually, because of the way this plays out... Oh, he burns out, killing all of them. Interesting. I have to self-ping upstairs in order to keep my Train Steward afloat. Honestly, ton of money earned there. I'm fine with that. See what we roll into today. I get Fade back. Honestly, optimal. Very optimal here. And then we just self-ping again, I think. Yeah, we self-ping again, and we're cruising. Yeah, great news. Cool. Good work. Okay, now, we'll see what we hit. I'm going to go ahead and reform a whole bunch of stuff. We've got Fade up top. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and bring back the Tycoon, though. Just chillin'. I'm going to play down the Devourer of Death just to earn 5 gold. Upstairs, we're going to go ahead and buff again. We have 100 damage in our Lady of the Reform. We made a bunch of money here, so I'm pretty happy about that. I think this is a great example of we self-ping because Fade is not going to die. I guess I could self-ping or I could self-shoot Fade. I think the ping is stronger. I want her to stay over 56. So let's shoot in front then and chill. And then I think we hang out and we win here. Good job. Great work. Yeah, that's enough damage to crush this for sure. Okay, cool. Thank you, Lady of the Reformed. Very neat. Formless Child. Perfect Insanity. Not terrible. I don't think I want it here. If I had Corusca, I might grab it. Paraffin Enforcer. You could put Paraffin Enforcer into Train Steward and then really pop off. I mean, honestly, it would actually be kind of sick when you think about it. I think that is a winning line too. But at this point, oh man, I can actually still do it, right? Dump the Tycoon. Infuse that on, what, ring 5, and then the Devourer on ring 8. Maybe I go in the other order. Devourer on ring 5. Enforcer on ring 8. I don't want to have the banner unit stick around that long. I'd rather infuse now and then cut out anything I don't want. The thing is that little Fade combined with the Echo Transfer is enough scaling on her own. And if I see some multi-strikes, it gets even better. Right now I have a non-upgraded floor entirely. It's just like an infusion and that's it. So enough hits already with some help. But if I got more hits, better. And then obviously the Devourer will get there. I think the Devourer we can just kind of cruise on without dealing with that until we get to ring 8. Because after Patient at Divinity is when I really want that 15 damage AoE reach. And I think that makes a lot of sense. We'll have to take space so I can get it on the floor, of course. And then, yeah. So the question becomes, do I go triple infusion here? Enforcer into Train Steward. It is extra scaling. It's not bad to have. In fact, it's really good to have. Okay, you've convinced me. I think it's worth the extra draw. The reason why I had to think about that, it's not a snap click, because I have to deal with removals, and I'm losing removals on other things by doing this. Now, I don't necessarily think I need the stealth right now. I think card draw benefits me generally more. Find the primitive molds more consistently. Adding consistency, I think, helps us more than adding the stealth to the floor. We'll get that on ring 6. We'll do it on ring 6. Let's go find a multi-strike. Just hit, alright? Just hit. Game is not easy yet. Okay, fine. Removals, I mean, we have to dumpster the Tycoon here, I think. Board, I'll click. Jackstrips, honestly, yes. I will take Jackstrips here, for sure. I can play Tycoon middle, and then a bunch of sycophants kill themselves by walking upstairs, and it's pretty decent. Hardened Hull, Trader's Quill, don't even come close. Yeah, Jackstrips for sure. Forge, I mean, this is easy. It's Firelight 2, not a chance, no pivots. Revenant Banner, Baron, Lady of the House, I mean, fine, but I don't care. I'd rather have the Enforcer. The opportunity cost of removing another unit is too high. Plus 25 health of Lady on the Lady Reformed, 100%. I will give her a multi-strike if they show it to me. They don't show it to me. I want to put her up at 90 health. Is 2 hits enough? The fact that she hits even twice is pretty good. Having an overstack opportunity going into this next cave is pretty good too. That's certainly true. Doing the infusion next floor on something else. I mean, I could also see a plus 25 next floor. If they show me the multi-strike, though, I'd probably put it into whatever train steward gets the Paraffin Enforcer, so that's true as well. There's also the consideration that I might not even need this stealth for anything. It might be just an emergency or for patient. Our floor is really durable. 90 health, I'm scaling from Fade, and I'm about to have double damage shield, and then, what is it? Double damage shield and, well, Paraffin Enforcer doesn't add anything, but 13 health, so I think because I'm going to another steel shop, I don't need to commit this yet. I can afford a removal, but I get doubles here. What are we cutting here? I think for sure we're dumpstering the second stealth tomb. There's never a world I self-infuse stealth here. I have enough between the Engulfed in Smoke and just the base guy. If this were chased, we'd be talking differently. We would have a different story to tell. But we always dumpster second Molten Encasement, the non-endless one here. I could still make bank off of Tycoon, but it does slow me down. I have to do the Enforcer Infusion next because that is super annoying to have in my deck. Just really not great. I could also drop a Train Steward. I will not need this many. I'm thinking maybe I drop down to 1, do the infusion into this guy, and then later dupe him for, like, reliability's sake. It's a density question. The problem is my density challenge right now is also a primitive mold question mark. Magic Shops would be pretty good now that I'm looking at it a little more. Magic Shop could do me good if I see a permafrost on molded or a holdover for a moldover, as they like to call it. I think we do cut a Train Steward here. I can earn a lot of cash still from Jackstrips plus Tycoon, and I can pay for its removal on Ring 5 or Ring 6 or something. Probably Ring 6, actually. I think it loses its usefulness into, what's his name, Arcus. Alright, let's drop a Train Steward here. I think that's the right call. We're going to save our money otherwise. I took draw so I can kind of be a little more flexible here. 40 shards is cozy. I tell you, this Armor Emblem is a little dicey. We don't have any external scaling other than a single transfer. 40 shards guarantees at least one guy gets upgraded. I think I maybe earn enough money by just having Tycoon on the middle to stoke up Jackstrip's kills that I lose from this. It offsets it in a big way. It's not going to be 150 gold, but I think I don't take this Armor Emblem, interestingly. Right? I guess it's just Fate upstairs. A little disappointing, but sure. Double primitive molds here, also disappointing. We do have 3 banner units for anyone keeping track, which is a big bummer. But, them's the breaks. I guess I'm going to drop the Paraffin Enforcer middle. No reason not to. Sure. Okay, we get Tycoon middle, which is fine. I'm going to drop Lady upstairs. That's all of my primitive molds, except for 1. Ooh, spicy. Spicy, okay. Well, at least I can do some cheeky stuff like Echo Break. I don't want to incant him. I'm going to do it on middle. Then we bring back Fade. And we do a little bit more damage for that. That's okay with me. We take 5 here. I'm not mad about 5. It's fine. Okay. Bounding Echoes, Molded Back Fade. Play it. Drop the Train Steward in. Shoot Fade so it passes away. And we get the scaling and it's good. Okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Alright, we definitely have to... It's 100% going to be Echo Transfer on this particular one. Absolutely. We're looking at, what, 56? I am taking a truckload here. It's not good. I mean, I have no echoes up there. I guess I'll go ahead and... I'll play it, man. I don't like it, but I'll play it. Yeah, it's a shame. I take 22 here. I mean, this is what you're... Oh, 24, even worse. This is what you're expecting, though, right? This is the quintessential experience, I'll say. 100%. Earning a bunch of cash on Tycoon from Jackstrips. Big fan of that. I'm going to go ahead and reform the Enforcer so he dies and we get more money. Because that's cool. Cool. Works for me. Excellent cash. Thank you. Let's... Yeah, we're going to go ahead and reform Fade first. She's 100% going upstairs. There's no reason to risk this, right? But I can extra cash here by going, like, Encasement Devourer of Death? Which is, for the record, very unnecessary. I'm just trying to earn an extra 5 gold. And we crush upstairs, obviously. I mean, we knew we would. Okay. We did turn around good cash here, though. I'm not mad about how that panned out. We took 29 altogether. That's a lot of damage. Purple Wicked Blaze, it's honestly pretty decent. Not really spending Ember on other stuff. Click it. I like it. Return Soul, yes. Return Soul is another draw of any card I've already seen. It's good. It's also purple. I like it. We'll go left here, as I mentioned. I'll happily take Pyre Health on Fade. Give me a multi-strike? No? I'm not going to take a large stone monster train. You know I won't. Okay, another Endless. Alright, I have to make a little bit of a decision here. I think the play is... I'm going to put a plus 25 in Lady to fill her out, and if I get an overstack, we just drop it on her and hope for the best. Sure. See what we hit. Yeah, Strength Stone. Sure, okay. It starts her, what, 1 Death of Fade ahead? It's not glamorous, but we'll take it. Sure. It's not a multi-strike, but that's okay. We solved this in other ways. We'll go ahead and do the Enforcer Pact here. This is critical to get rid of this banner unit. I'm going to go ahead and buff one of these goons. Sure. I will -2 here into a Wicked Blaze, I think. Intrinsic, huh? The -2 might be unnecessary. Especially if I'm doing an infusion and a dupe later on this Mr. Paraffin Enforcer Train Steward buddy. 2 banner units I feel okay. I can guarantee Lady by turn 2. And Tycoon by turn 2. Keep earning cash, I suppose. Purchase removals. I think I am going to remove other Train Steward here. We're going to try to hustle a bit. Yeah, we're down to Special Stew. It's 26. I'm drawing everything in 4, essentially. A -2 here is not that impactful because I don't need to play all these cards all the time. It's just a matter of having them when I need them. So like a Permafrost and a -1 is enough on Wicked Blaze. We'll move on. This keeps us a little lower on shards, which I think is cozy. I can take Ancient Hate here. It's okay. I will take this money happily. If I lose, it's not because I couldn't ping stuff, you know? Honestly, great turn 1. Tycoon mid-floor capitalizes on jack strips. We get free money again. Amazing. We get both banner units in as well, which is very cool. Excellent. Could self-ping revive, or I can greed for cash. I think I'm super greeding for cash here. I don't think that's even really a question. I don't need Endless Friend here. He's actually bad with the Harvesters, right? It's unhelpful. I think we do want to self-ping and revive. I think that's accurate. We give up mid-floor? Sure. Puts us a little bit ahead. Not a ton. We definitely do take some damage, but that's okay. Alright, Fade. If I miss Fade, it's okay. We didn't miss Fade. Game is actually super bloody easy. Cool. We'll go ahead and buff Return Soul on an Echo Infusion at this point. And it doesn't matter, really. Okay. Alright. I think we're doing okay. We clear the floor, which is promising. I drop in Fade. I think it stays the same mathematically. It has to. Sure. I will Wicked Blaze back your boy Tycoon, though. He deserves to punch. He punch. It's great work. Good job, buddy. We Primitive Mold here. Alright, I'm going to do the other Primitive Mold then. Alright, we get Fade back. Very cool. She does not die. I'm not mad about it. We have, what, 2 damage shield in the back plus 23 health. I think I'm actually going to put this damage into Lady. Then we're going to Return Soul back the Echo Transfer, and we're just going to hype up. And then I guess we just let Tycoon punch. He does his best. We do stabilize after taking another 20. This is kind of the inevitability of... Monster Train. It's okay, we can actually make 5 gold. I'll take it. Amazing, we made money. Well done, bud. He actually did some damage, too. Cool. Alright, we have the W. Great job. Okay, thank you also, Mr. Monster Train Steward, for hitting. Doing a good job. Anyway, I'm going to go click on Hallowed Halls now. That's a pretty good card. That's a card I'll put a -2 into, in case you're curious. 100%. That one's one you want to play every turn. It's also purple. Fun. Now the question is, do I need a ping? Revenge? I don't think so. I don't think so. We're okay. We have all the pings we need. Yeah, we chill. We don't take these. Skip it. Get money. Good. Okay, Magic Shop would be neat. Removals are fine. Here, I can clean up the deck. The dupe is okay, but I don't want to do it now. I'd like to see some magic stuff first. Alright, Vortex is fun. Cave is fun. We get a holdover. Ooh, spicy. Spicy. Alright, I could hold over a 1-cost Hallowed Halls, which is kind of sick. Let's see what we get on this temple thing. Oh, yeah, Penitent Remains is... ooh, dicey, but good. I don't think... I like it, but I don't like it. You know, it's like it's free damage, but is it really free? Not very. It's expensive damage, in fact. Weathered Coldstones. I actually think the Weathered Coldstones might be good. That's true. I could also cut most of them. In kind of an interesting swing, you could draft the Coldstones and then immediately cut 2, and then just treat it as like a really bad Bone Dog that you have spent 2 removals on. It's incredible how bad that is compared to Bone Dog. Bone Dog is just you draw it, and it's like, oh, it's 1 card draw, and you get health. I don't actually think that's worth it. I have 61 health. If I were a lower, I might be more desperate for this, but I'm not. Calcified Embers are fine, but they're expensive, hard to play. I think we just honestly skip this. I don't need these. It's unfortunate, but it's fine. I'm going to cut some stuff. The question being, what do you cut? I'd like to work on card density a little bit. What is this? Arcus? Arcus, and I'm going to a steel shop with a vortex? We're definitely cutting Tycoon on ring 7 if I don't drop him here. The question is, do I drop him here? He's earning me money. This is what? Curse, Arcus? It is. He can chill on bottom floor and punch a guy, I guess. Honestly, he's doing his job if he punches a man. I'm pretty cool with that. So, sure. Let's go ahead and hold over Hallowed Halls here. Now the question is, do I hold out for a possible -2 on the dupe side? It's kind of unplayable right now, so I think we just give up the ghost and let it be 1 cost, and that's fine. Sure. +10, I don't care about. I mean, it's actually nice to have a +10 ping. I can shoot Fade with it. I'll do it. Echo Break's good for that. 20 consume? Maybe. I will make Engulfed in Smoke cheaper. This is a card I foresee playing more later on. I do like 20 consume Echo Break. Get rid of one, kind of. It's like a big blast and then it's gone. Okay, those are nice improvements. We like that. We like that a lot. I'm going to keep Tycoon for now. I think I'm going to drop Echo Infusion here. It's a fine card, but once I start stealthing things a little more consistently, this will no longer be really that relevant, and it will just kind of slow me down. I'm just going to drop both of them here, actually. It's fine. Do not take the money. Our plan here is to dupe on 8 and do the infusion of Devour into Molten Encasement. It will matter more then because I'll have space for it. So we chill at 65 here. Yeah, this will be the last round of... the last ring of Tycoon. And I'm okay with that. He did his job, alright? Ooh, that's a bummer. He can never connect with this back guy. It'll have to do. He at least connects with the front guy. It's fine. I am going to Fade Lady Self-Ping? I think so, because then I also get rid of the Ember Drain. I'm good with that. He kills a guy. It's fine. He's going to kill a guy downstairs too, which is kind of cool. Ah. I think we Hallowed Halls upstairs. I think you play the Steward and then immediately Hallowed Halls. Cool. This guy's gonna die to... what is it? Jack strips on the wrong floor. I could have played the Devourer, but it doesn't answer the question. It's a lot of curses I'm taking. Do not like that. Okay. I think it is as simple as clicking, just click Hallowed Halls upstairs, and that's fine. Pretty good order, honestly. I mean, well, not the best order, admittedly, but it's fine. Alright, we're going to go ahead and return Soul the Echo Transfer here. And then play out 2 curses and take some damage. And that's just going to kind of be the fate of the world here. Unfortunately, I do wish to Primitive Mold first for Tycoon. Gosh, these curses are causing me some real headaches. He burns out and kills a guy, which I'm good with. I think I'm willing to drop Hallowed Halls here to avoid taking a million damage. I'm willing to do it. I take 3 curses or some nonsense here. Yeah, 2. Alright, sure. Sure. Good job, friends. I have to reform Fade or I've done something horribly wrong with my life. And then what? I think it's just double curses play out. Bummer. Okay. We're missing out on money, but I kind of expected it, honestly. Weight of Contrition is out. I will Primitive Mold here. Play a mid-floor. He lives and actually collects me 5 more gold, which is great. I'll take that. Kills a guy. Good. Good job, buddy. You did it, kind of. Don't play the Rally Shard up here. It's terrible. We're going to put Fade middle because it seems fun. I guess I'm going to work on self-pinging this here, I suppose. I can't because of the Rally Shard upstairs. We at least do 100 damage. It's a nice touch. But most importantly, we are clearing out... Yeah, we're clearing out a bunch of garbage here. I will... Hallowed Halls upstairs. I'd like to try to get... Yeah, Lady in front. Reasonable. Reasonable. How do I want to approach this? Because I don't have Fade tanking upstairs, but the Lady is tanking now. Kind of an interesting question mark. I think I would like to get Fade killed so I have a chance of assembling the squad upstairs, right? There's a chance of it. I don't need these cards, units right now. Not a particularly useful play line. Let's try to... Let's see what we can roll into here. Okay, we didn't really hit a great order there. I still think this wins if I click Engulfed in Smoke and I return Soul the Engulfed in Smoke, though. And we have to take another 6 damage for this, but the 4 stealth there, I'm reasonably confident, does pull this off. Yeah, it gets the W. This was something I kinda had to be planning around. I don't handle curses very well. That's a true statement. Alright, 12 damage taken. Not good, not bad. Give me this Intent on Death, it's really strong. I'd really like to make things cheaper. I need to go to magic shops. That was very brutal. If we see Purifiers, it's going to look even worse. Yeah, we're going to eat dirt on Purifiers if we roll it. We handle the other ones fine. Pyro Wings is not great on Ring 7, but it's not that bad. Right, it's not that bad. Space? Man, I really want space. Do I just give up on this Molten Encasement entirely? Am I durable enough? Hallowed Halls is my survivability. Stealth, maybe? Just go in on Engulfed in Smoke a little bit. I'm just debating here because I guess I could oscillate the two. I'm cutting Wicked Tycoon here. He has run out of his usefulness. He made me some money on that combat, but did kind of hurt more than he helped. Devourer of Death. I think it's Light of Seraph. I do want to get the Devourer of Death infusion on that floor. I think that will help. That coupled with Exploding Candle reaches 20. Assuming I can get Burnout on that guy. Take space. I think it's right. We're going to go to the steel shop. I need to look. Give me Burnout 1, please. Yo, Multi-Strike, though, is big. Big energy on Train Steward Man. Yes. 100%. Correct. Incredible. I'm going to just take a plus 25 on him because that's kind of perfect. What's coming up? Is there another steel shop? Hold up. No, it's magic for the dupe. I am going to dupe him, though. Remember, that's kind of part of the point. I want to improve density, even if both of them don't necessarily end up on the floor. You could make a winning line strictly out of just Hallowed Hall spam and give up on Fade at some point. It is strong enough with this much Paraffin Enforcer action. So he gets duped for sure. I want to re-roll, though, in case I can hit a Burnout 1. Why is Burnout 1 so rare? I feel like I see it so infrequently. It's a bummer. Means I don't actually get the Exploding Candle when Devourer of Death passes away, but it's fine. Goodbye, Tycoon. I'm going to remove a ping, I suppose, I think. I think that's correct. Cut out an Echo Break. The rest of the cards are more important, I think. Yeah, alright, goodbye. Cool. Take the artifact here. I'll take Grindstone. It's something. Wait a second. Cheater's Hand. It's annoying, but it's permafrost. You know what? It's annoying, but it's permafrost. Alright, bring it in. Firelight 3. 100%. I need to rely on this scaling big time. Yes. Firelight 3 it is. Alright, now just don't be purifiers, okay? The game is super easy. Just don't be purifiers. Right? Yeah, easy. Look how simple this game is. The video game is free. Give me Shade Wings. Absolutely. Take spikes. I don't care about it. Whew. Alright. Alright. Oh, amazing. 3 primitive molds on turn 1, but I get to kick one home. Amazing news. We're going to delay as long as we physically can. I'll play some purple cards. Sure. My favorite part of this is they are dead no matter what. We are going to keep kicking the primitive mold here. I do have a tool that helps out with this. I'm going to go ahead and consume for money gain. I think I am straight up just going to blast upstairs. That seems pretty cool. I could burn a card, engulfed in smoke, something like that. Whatever, I don't need to. It's fine. Sure, burnout, whatever. I did kick one home, so that's kind of cool too. And we still haven't seen Mr. Guy yet, so that's pretty rough. But the one big advantage here is that Jack Strips does straight up kill these 2 Shade Wings no matter what. So that's glorious. Let's kick one primitive mold home, and then we're gonna... Yeah, it's easy. Primitive mold into Fade. Drop it. Intent on death straight up. 100% click on it. Go ahead and click Hallowed Halls here. Which brings back Fade. And we actually kill this thing incredibly. Now, Fade does become a little harder to kill with that kind of a setup, but we'll be alright. I am going to cycle back a primitive mold for emergencies, I think. Seems good. We are going to airdrop in the guy behind Fade. And we're going to send this. Thank you, Burnout 1 killers. Fade in front. Yo, this roll is so good. This roll is so good. What do you mean? Now, tragically... This guy really leaks with... Is there a math figure I can go? What does this guy have? This is 96. Hit. Ugh, bummer. What a bummer. Honestly, it's because I have the train steward coming in early. This guy leaks with 13, 11 health. Such a bummer. Alright, well, whatever. I'll take the purple, I guess. Doesn't matter all that much. Ugh, 15 damage. It's fine, you know, if this were purifiers, I'd be taking like 5 billion D damage, so it could be way worse. And now I don't actually think I need the Hallowed Halls. Now we've got the floor set up, I'd like to store my rage. So we take Echo Transfer. I'm just going to go ahead and burn that Echo Transfer right away and be happy about it. Play a purple card. And otherwise, I guess I'll drop in... I debate what's better here, right? I'm debating a little bit. Spamming Hallowed Halls is pretty cool. Getting that rage gain, though, also pretty cool. What am I drawing into? I have 5 reforms out of 13 cards. We're probably hitting one of them, right? Probably. Let's let it ride. I think it's correct to let it ride. I think we have the rage generation here. We're doing okay. Yeah, just hit. Cool. We have an extra one for free. Good job. Well done. There goes little Fade. Huge swing there, by the way. Big swing. I could stop some of this damage and feel pretty okay about it. Doesn't change anything. Math. Weird. Okay. Alright, the play of the game here is to kick something around. We're going to go ahead and primitive mold back Fade. I'm going to go ahead and click the Bounding Echoes. Now we drop in Stealth, buddy. And then we play Little Fade. And then we're going to Engulfed in Smoke. Should have done this without the Engulfed in Smoke buddy on the floor, but I kind of wanted Fade to get it, and I didn't want the Ember Drain. This thing never attacks, though, is the problem, so it never hits into the spikes. So I think we just don't click it right now, and we let it ride. Sure, I could ping it out next turn, I suppose. Or not. Or not, you know, it's fine. Sure. Then you stealth. Then you return soul to stealth, and we click it again. And we just airdrop in the Molten Encasement. That means 7 rounds is plenty. An easy win here for sure. Cool. Math. Good job. Click it. Let it ride. It's enough. Like 2 rounds and we get the victory. Great job. Okay, cool. We take 15 here because of a spicy combat, and it's going to have to be okay. Mortal Entrapment is redundant. I do not need a second Engulfed in Smoke. I'd rather just redraw the one I have. And we click skip. Perfect Insanity, Mark II. This time purple. I still don't think I need it. I could kick it around and blast something with it, though. Once I have Hallowed Halls. Sure, you know what? I don't need it, but I think it's fine. It's a card that I think does improve stuff. I do want the dupe. Remember, draw order matters. Memorial Fund. A little late for that, buddy. Encased Divinity? Nah, skip it. Reroll. Yo, Wax or Snuffer. Game is so free. The game is so unbelievably easy when you think about it. I don't know what anyone complains about. You just put Devourer of Death into Molten Encasement, do 30 AoE damage and 4 stealth, and the game is actually free. Wow, what a roll. Wow. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and click Intent on Death -1, and then I'm going to click Spell Chain into that, because it triggers Extinguish, which is triggered twice, so this Intent on Death just became hype in an unreal way. I'll 20 consume another Echo Break. You can't stop me. This double stack is cute, but with the fact that I have Wax or Snuffer, I don't care. Permafrost is sick, actually. Sure, I love that. Make Engulfed in Smoke free. I'll put +10 into the other Echo Break. So I've got 2 strong ones and 2 that go away. That's a pretty good setup. I can buy a relic right now if I want. Cleansing Water's pretty cool. Tempered Talisman at least affects Echo Break, but that's about it. I think Cleansing Water's the pick. Yeah, sure. I like it. And the dupe here, as much as I would like it to be something other than something like Intent on Death or whatever, it's got to be Train Steward, okay? I need to draw this guy as fast as humanly possible, and eventually I can just fast jam this garbage on the floor. Maybe I don't even put the lady down. It depends a lot on draw orders and stuff, but having a second one of these guys is the call. Now that does open up Trample Patient, but I have Damage Shield, so get off my train. It's fine. 25 extra gold? Sure, let's go. 135 out of 100. I'm confident we crush Patient here. I have no doubts. This is a train of thought episode, in case you're wondering, so it is okay for me to do this. Yeah, so, like, when you draw both Enforcers like this, you own... I mean, look at this hand. It's double Enforcer, Devourer, Little Fade. What do you mean? It's nuts. I'm going to kick back Perfect Insanity. Good grief. Actually, it should really be Primitive Mold. It's going to be Primitive Mold. This is nonsense. You just go Fade, Enforcer, Enforcer. We don't even play the Lady's Wrath, and we just drop in Mr. Molten Encasement somewhere in the middle, and we chill. He goes upstairs, and it's going to get completely pummeled into oblivion, and absolutely no one is going to be mad about this at all. True. We're going to hype up this game so fast. Behold. Oh, buddy. Oh, man. That's like a quad extinguish trigger if I've ever seen one. Oh, that felt pretty good to click that card. I can get 1, 2, 3 echoes. Yeah, honestly, there's a degree of disrespect that I'm just kind of okay with here. Blast Patient for like 1,000 damage is fine. He tramples it, and it's like, oh no, whatever. And then they go melee weakness, but the floor is already winning the run, so it's kind of like, okay, you did it, champ, it's fine. Drop in, airdrop fade, drop in a molten encasement, sure. Seems good to me, man. Shoot your own echo break at the molten encasements. That's excellent. And then we scale in the back and we hang out. Amazing. He comes back upstairs and he just causes himself more struggles. I don't care. Patient, I just do not care. You do not threaten me. Neat. Incredible, in fact. Cool, more damage. Great. He doesn't actually kill this thing, but that's okay anymore. Like, the trample hits, and then we just do 1,000-some billion damage to Patient. We're definitely pre-relentless killing Patient. There is no doubt in anyone's mind at this point. It is a sure thing. 100%. Wow, those are some numbers, all right. Just click enter and it's over. He walks up here and passes away, is the way this turn goes. Amazing. Look, oh no, I reformed. I don't care. Hey, look, there's Fade. Cool, we win. Amazing. He goes, ba-bow. Look at these train stewards. Like I told you, advanced prototype. I skipped carving Corusca for this? And then what am I talking about? You'll never know. You'll find it in the first ring. It's incredible. This is a nonsense run. This is one of those things that you get to do with a little Fade that just feels broken. I'm going to save Intent on Death here because I sure would like to not waste it until I have a train steward down. Cool. And I will play Lady here, I think. Will I? I'm gonna play this middle, actually. It doesn't matter. Then I shoot her, and then I reform her, and it's like... Sure. I mean, Fate is chilling and creating a monster on mid-floor, right? It's cool. They clear a couple units, actually. It's true. They clear a couple guys. I'm good with it. Airdrop in Fade. She blows up half the floor. Truly blows up half the floor. Actually, like, unironically, I'm serious. I'll burn a card, return soul something here. I'm gonna return soul that echo break. Cool. Great. Yeah, shoot it. It's fine. One enemy walks. As soon as I see train stewards, we're chilling. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and kick Intent on Death here. I am going to primitive mold first, so I can do Fade into Paraffin Enforcer. This is for sure your Hallowed Halls. Incredible. We get double scaling. Great news. Midfloor does pass away. It's a little bit of a bummer. I would have liked her to swing, but that's okay. And now we kind of have the pieces, right? I want to look at all these cards. So let's click Deadweight. I don't want to think too hard about this. I need to bring back everything. So I think we go Train Steward, Hallowed Halls. Straight up drop that in. Cool. Now I'm going to click on Intent on Death here. Once. Twice? Twice. I'm dropping Encasement for this. I think we want to play Encasement. I'm okay with this trade. Because it kills 2 units. Accurate. Okay, I think I'm okay with that trade. Sure. Even though they gain armor, it kills 2 very scary adversaries. My turn is encasement. Oh, top floor is looking a little dicey here. I think I might kick Perfect Insanity, honestly. Might be I think it is. I mean, there's never a play for it here, is the thought. I'm looking at Intent on Death, Hallowed Halls, Stealth somewhere in there. Maybe Devourer. I play it on a lower floor or something. I think this is fine, yeah. First order of business is Intent on Death. For sure that comes out here. Send it. Great. Boom. Power. I am now going to Hallowed Halls. This seems bad, but it's okay. The scaling is important. That looks ridiculously powerful. I just dropped the Engulfed in Smoke here, and this floor is nuts. And then we just use the Molten Encasement to clear waves. I mean, with this kind of scaling and the ability to assemble this, I think we drop Hallowed Halls now. I don't require this anymore. We clear top floor and are doing 1,000 damage. Yeah, I mean, we have it, right? We super have it. I'm going to go ahead and just charge Echoes upstairs. It's fine. Perfect Insanity is not playable, but that's fine. We super clear the floor. I'm not concerned at all. Cool. I think we're golden, actually. I know I could have done that in a maybe different order. It does not matter to me one bit. And then, what, you just chill? I don't need to play any of these cards at this point. Sit on it? Sure. Good with it. Good. I think we win next turn, just genuinely. I think the Divinity is dead. Great. Divinity passes away. Amazing job. Yeah. I was hoping... I wasn't going to look, but I was hoping that Perfect Insanity was in my discard pile. It doesn't matter. We win. Easy. This floor goes nuts. And this is a cool run because you can see how the different strategies intermingle based on draw order there. That's a great example. I didn't actually need Hallowed Halls or Lady of the Reformed at all on Patient. I just drew in a certain order that made sense to play without them. But on Divinity, didn't draw the Sold the Train Stewards early enough. So the question became, well, how do I clear waves? We'll play middle, Hallowed Halls, scale up the Lady, and now she's a very compelling part of your run. So I love runs that are not that methodical, right? This is a great example of a run that you can play, like, depending on your draw order, you play this deck like 3 different ways. You've got what I did on both those combats, which is 2 of them, and then I can envision at least one other one where a very critical amount of stealth is being applied to like a small set of floors or bounced around a little bit. Anyway, I skipped carving Corusca for this, and hashtag deal with it, because it's this good. Advanced Prototype in this context is so powerful. So powerful. It's also ridiculously strong in the early game. I'm actually curious, anyone who made it to this part of the episode, answer this question for me. Without seeing this run, would you have skipped Corusca for Advanced Prototype? Would you have done that? What would you have picked from that starting relic? Would you have taken the Corusca? Because let me tell you, carving Corusca with opening Echo infusions, nuts. I'm also reasonably confident you can win by taking Corusca anyway, because the run is good enough and shows you the right pieces like Draft and such. But so you win no matter what. But I still think that Advanced Prototype is much stronger there for a lot of various reasons. I'm just curious what other people would do. So there's that. Obviously, Wax or Snuff or whatever. We saw that on Ring 8. Doesn't matter. You win the game. Cool. Just go nuts. This plus the stupid Intent on Death was just outrageous. A lot of things going on. You've got Lady the Reformed, big beefy lady, just something that has draw priority, that also has multi-strike. Cool. Then you've got Mr. Paraffin Enforcer Steward clan over here. They're chilling over here. This is the neutral guys just rising up against their capitalist masters. Good old Union train stewards. There's something very satisfying about good old Union workers over here just getting the job done. But you got them. You got both of them. I made a big guy and then I duped him. Great. Incredible. And then what else do we have? Anything else interesting? Hallowed Halls. Hallowed Halls is real good here. It's one of those cards where it's very strong, obviously, for a lot of reasons. It kills Fade, it stacks floors, it does all these things really well, but you're also scaling Rage here, which is a relevant part of your damage output, so you kind of have to balance is the plus 40 damage from Fade better in this instance, or should I keep the, 80 damage I have from Rage? And, there's a point where it makes sense. You're just like, all right, I stopped playing it. And you saw that. We did it, so all good. Anyway, this was an incredible run. Also a very strong feel-good run. Very cool, honestly. The Lady of the Reformed is a unit I think gets a lot of flack. Train Stewards making it to the end is one of my all-time favorite run archetypes, especially when they play an important part in your strategy. And then, yeah, good stuff. Advanced Prototype, man, who knew? Anyway, I think that's all I've got for you. So, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.